So are you just sitting there receiving information off other people?
Yeah, well, we need to also undertake our calculations in order to ensure that they are correct and point out any discrepancies.
Okay, you're a checker of last resort. Okay. Well, because I think, as I probably mentioned, with 2 credits available, is it the case that people needn't bother with this chapter and it won't actually affect their code rating highly?
No, because that's a national standard. The code is mandatory, and especially these elements are mandatory. So they need to be followed and they need to be applied.
Right. In terms of using SUDS as a first-order defence, then, is it right in saying that you'd buy into that? That SUDS?
As a first, yes, absolutely, yeah.
But in terms of some consumer groups, you know, arguing that this is, I think we've kind of touched on it, avoiding the cost of mains infrastructure and putting the cost back onto the owner or the homeowner or the developer.
Yeah.
So, what's your thoughts about that trajectory?
That's actually one of the main reasons why I'm critical of it, really, because I do think that it is a very expensive business trying to deal with everything on site. It is actually cheaper and more efficient in certain circumstances, not all circumstances, obviously, to deal with things in one place rather than distributed in a distributed manner. And actually, of course, the cost does go on to the developer generally, and in terms of building homes, I actually think that could be really problematic and stop homes from being built. And we have a shortage of homes in this country, so that's the main problem I see with that aspect of the code.
All right, Costa, what's your final thoughts on this, the benefits of SUDS?
Well, I would agree with Caspar that, for example, for industrial complexes, it would be more beneficial to treat the water somewhere else, away from the area. But in this case, now we have the responsibility now is shared, where before it was done to the local authorities. But now we all know what's happening with climate change and all the environmental challenges that we are facing. So now, not only the local authorities, but also the private owner and the developer is sharing the responsibility. So.
Okay. Well, I'm afraid that's all we have time for. The revised chapter on surface water runoff will be ready for implementation later in 2010, and details can be found in the technical guidance on the DCLG website and also in the study notes for this programme. Until the next time, I'd just like to thank Konstantin Tonaros from Syntegra Consulting and Caspar Hewitt from the Swan Institute and The Great Debate. Thanks both of you for a great debate, and thank you for watching. So goodbye.